didn't pick me as bridesmaid, they didn't pick me as maid of honor, and I made it so annoying for them. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is omoladeokaiyeto and I focus on faith, travel and reviews, but today's video is going to be different. I've been doing quite a few different videos nowadays, but it's going to be about friendship breakup. Before I get into the video, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. The button is just below. It's just a click, it's just a you know, I'll really appreciate it. Okay, so I was a little bit hesitant to do this kind of video, but I just don't feel that it's spoken enough. Like, we don't speak about friendship breakups. Like, we see lots of videos about relationship breakups, you see so many videos, content, everything about that, but I just don't feel that you see enough about friendship breakups. We shouldn't minimize friendship breakups because they are just as painful as relationship breakups, and I just thought, okay, let me touch on it. So I got my phone, I got my notes. Yes, I have notes. Like I mentioned, romantic breakups can be very, very painful, but let's not underestimate friendship breakups, especially as a woman. Because when women go through friendship breakups, it is absolutely awful. It would be interesting to kind of hear a perspective of when men go through friendship breakups. Like, I don't feel that there's enough content in that either, but anyway, I'm focusing on friendship breakups when it comes to women, because obviously with women, we are emotional beings and our emotions are definitely linked and connected. Clearly, I have gone through friendship breakups in the past, especially I think late teens, 20s. I've definitely gone through friendship breakups, and oh gosh, guys, it is absolutely horrible. Can we like speak about the pain that comes with it? It's like, oh my gosh, if we think heartbreak, yeah, in a romantic relationship is hard, friendship heartbreak is just as hard. Come on, like, oh my gosh. So even though I've gone through friendship breakups, I am very grateful for having them in that season. I'm grateful for the friendship that we had. I will always have love for them. That love doesn't just go away. They were what I needed during that season. We grow, we move on, life happens. But of course, there are things that I naturally miss. One of my close friends back then, I remember I would just say one word and they would know, and it would just be like a mini banter between me and them. Like, they would get it. All I would need to just say is one word and they will know what's up, if that makes sense. And I thought of it the other day and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't even like message or call that friend and, you know, send them that one word and they get it. I don't need to explain that, they just get it. And I was just like, oh gosh, oh, that's deep, you know, that's actually deep, that I can't even just do that anymore. Those are the type of things that I definitely miss. I think with every friendship breakup, there are things that we naturally miss. There are things we just can't do anymore. But like I said, you know, grateful for those times, grateful for those fun times. I think because of growth, maturity, experience, age, everything, the whole package, how I used to handle friendship breakups, I don't think it was healthy. I don't think it was healthy at all. I really do think it was quite toxic. And when I say toxic, I think I was the toxic person, especially when it came to friendship breakups and how I handled it. I take accountability for that. I feel like maybe they were more of the bigger person than I was in the situation. I would definitely say, because obviously, I think I've mentioned it before, but I do have a history of holding grudges in the past. A strong history of not chatting to you for like 6-7 months and just cut you off and shut you off. I was very good at that, guys. But we thank God for growth. We thank God for Christ. We thank God for maturity. We thank God. I think I was definitely the toxic one when it came to how I managed it. But thank God that I am definitely more in tune with my emotions. I'm more in tune with myself. I now allow myself to feel my emotions, to feel the pain, to acknowledge my feelings and not ignore it and not shut it off and deal with it. That's really helped me a lot, but that takes work. A lot of work in yourself, a lot of inner work, and a lot of focusing on yourself. But I take full accountability. I'm telling you, the way I used to handle friendship breakups in the past, not good. And I'm really glad that I have definitely matured and grown from that. But though I have grown and matured for it, I do think I should definitely give some of the examples that I have done. Like, I remember one time, I'm really happy to talk about it because it was a very, very long time ago. But I remember I was like on the plane with my friends. We were coming back on holiday. I pretended like we had like a fallout, we made up, whatever. And throughout the plane journey, I pretended that, you know, I was cool with them. I was fine, happy with them. Then when I got to the airport back in the UK, London, I just remember walking away from them and they were calling my name like, Omalade, Omalade, Omalade. And I just walked away from them. So I was meant to get in the cab with them home, but I refused. I literally took my suitcase and I went on the tube and took the tube all the way home because that's how angry and upset I was. That's just one mad example. Another example is, me, it's okay. It's okay now. But then, if some of my friends did not choose me for bridesmaids, I would literally make the situation so difficult. Like, it wouldn't be a smooth journey. Guys, this is a very long time ago, by the way. Now it's, well, whatever. But if they did not choose me as bridesmaid, maid of honor, I did not make it easy for them. I was that friend. I was that friend. You know when you hear that bride, they speak about bridesmaids drama and all that jazz? It was me. It was me. I was one of them. I was the one that was giving trouble and annoyance because they didn't pick me as bridesmaid. They didn't pick me as maid of honor. And I made it so annoying for them. Of course, like, my feelings were valid. Of course, I believe that I was allowed to be upset in that situation. Don't get me wrong, but I know that I did not make it easy for them, and I take accountability. Anyways, done with those stories. They also say, anyway, there's like research and stuff like that. I haven't gone into it too tough, but I believe from the age of 25 onwards, they say that you tend to just stick with your circle. Like, you don't really make new friends anymore and stuff like that. So you tend to stick with your circle. So when you're experiencing like friendship breakup around that period and maybe to like 30s, it can come as a shock because it's just like, oh no, well, my friends are established, I know who I like, I know who I want to be around with, and your circle becomes smaller. So when friendship breakups happen within that time period, it can be really painful and awful because it's just like, well, why am I experiencing friendship breakups now? Like, why? But anyway, I just want to go into the reasons why friendship breakups can happen. Right, so there are many different reasons why friendship breakups can happen, and it could actually be you've had arguments. You've had maybe even a big argument, which means that you haven't been able to resolve that big argument. There's no closure from it, and you just depart, go about your business. Right, so that's like kind of the obvious one. There are ones where you get busy. So maybe both parties, you both get really, really busy, and you do not have the time for each other anymore. You can't be bothered to actually put in the effort to make the friendship work, or maybe it can be just a bit one-sided. It doesn't feel like it's being reciprocated. That's the truth. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's the truth. Also, change of environment. Your friend could move away to another country, distance, not even just countries, but it could just be change of environments. As you know, with me, when I left my old church, I was bound to lose friends. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's the truth. So sometimes environments play a big part in friendships. If I bring Christianity into it, some people, when they go into ministry, when they go into the work of God, when they're doing that full time as well, that can also play a factor too. Sorry, I just had to slid that in because I don't think that's discussed enough too. Right, people change. Obviously, the same like omalade as, 20 is not the same omalade as now in her early 30s. Like, it's not the same. I'm different. So some people change as well, and that's okay. That's okay. If you change, your friend changed, that is fine. It happens. It happens. We do change. Although there are some people who think that you're still the same person as you are 10, 12 years ago, when really, like, you're not. I'm definitely not. I can say that for a fact. Also, friendships, some of them, they do become really toxic, and sometimes you have to protect yourself from that toxic friend, and it means that you have to actually, like, literally cut them off, which is hard. But in order for you to take care of your own sanity, your mental health and stuff like that, if you're in a toxic friendship, then sometimes you have to be the person to cut it off. All life dynamics, let's be really honest. Like, so I know that they say opposites attract and stuff like that, but life dynamics can really change friendship groups. Some friends, they get married, some of them have kids, some are single, some might move to a different kind of interest as well. Let's be honest, that can separate friends as well. That can definitely, like, separate friends, and it is what it is. That is it. So if you're watching this video and you're just like, okay, so how do I recover from a friendship breakup? Like, what do I do? Like, what are the things that I can do? There are many things that you can do. And I think firstly is to appreciate the ones that you have around you. And even if it's just one friend, two friends, appreciate the ones that you have around you. I think that's definitely the first thing. Avoid rumination, overthinking. Like, really avoid, like, the what ifs or the what's that, or it could have been this and it could have been that. Just avoid the rumination. Another thing is self-care. Self-care. Look after you. Like, please, I beg, like, look after you. If you don't look after you, how can you be the best for others? That's one thing that I stand by. And friendship breakups can be very stressful, but if you can find a way to kind of de-stress from that, please do. Reflect on what went wrong in the friendship and how you can improve from it as well. Definitely reflect on what went wrong. If there was faults that lied on your side, definitely reflect on how you can improve in future and be better friends for others and for those around you. Acknowledge your pain. Allow yourself to go through that emotion. Don't shut it away. Acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge it, because friendship breakups are painful. They're just as painful as relationship breakups. Let's not minimize that, guys. Let's not minimize it. Let's speak about it. Let's speak on it. Acknowledge the pain. You know, acknowledge what you're going through. It's okay not to be okay at that moment of time. Anyway, I really hope that this video was helpful and useful. I just wanted to chit chat, talk about it, be transparent, just be open, and just have, like, a genuine conversation about it. It might have been a bit all over the place, but I just wanted to just have a conversation and speak on it. I wanted to leave with this quote, which I really liked. Closure happens right after you accept that letting go is more important than projecting a fantasy of how the relationship could have been. By Sylvester McNutt. I just really like that quote, so I wanted to share that. But on that note, guys, have any of you guys gone through a friendship breakup? Feel free and open to speak about it on the comment section. Of course, we're not here to throw digs or anything like that, but, you know, feel free to comment on the comment section. Anyway, please make sure you support a sister. Please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Until next time.